Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news, the Northport community coming together today to mourn the loss of Holly Fisher. Fisher was a well-loved teacher at Heron Creek Middle School in Northport, and today hundreds came out to pay their final respects. ABC 7's Erica Jackson spent all day outside of those services at South Biscayne Church and joins us now live with the latest on her memorial. Erica?
Adam, if attendance is any indication of how much Holly Fisher was valued in this community, she must have made a large impact. And actually, the Fisher family were members of the New Hope Church in Northport, but because of the large crowd expected here, they relocated to the South Biscayne Church on Tamiami Trail. New Hope Church staff tells us it estimated about 1,000 people came out for today's services. The crowd large enough to see from the street. Those are friends, family members, students, former students, colleagues, and even some strangers. It was just last weekend that police say Holly Fisher shot her husband in the hand and chest and then shot herself. Despite how her life ended, parents of her students tell us what's important is how she lived. We spoke to one family prior to the service.
We know that she affected so many people in the community, you know, her students and so many people just thought the world of her.
A lot of students felt like mother and daughter, mother and son with her. Like everyone was so close with her in drama class.
I spoke to Northport Vice Mayor Vanessa Carasone earlier this week. She tells us that the large crowd at today's services does not only tell us a lot about who Holly Fisher was as a person, but a lot about the Northport community. She said Northport is known for coming together during these times that are hard on everyone and during similar tragedies. We'll have much more tonight coming up at 11. Reporting live from Northport, I'm Erica Jackson. Adam, back to you.
All right, Erica, thank you very much, and hopefully that community can heal and move forward a little bit with those services today. In other news, in an effort to get drunk drivers off of the roads, Florida Highway Patrol troopers made 4 arrests and 15 citations in a recent Wolfpack operation. That operation taking place between 10 p.m. Saturday night and 4:30 this morning in Sarasota and Manatee counties. Troopers setting up details along the interstate plus some state and county roads. Florida law considers a driver with 0.08 or higher blood alcohol content to be impaired. And if you would like to report an aggressive driver or require roadside assistance, remember you can always contact the Florida Highway Patrol at the number listed on your screen. A bond hearing for one of the 2 suspects wanted in the murder of a young Lakewood Ranch man taking place this morning, and bond has been set at $850,000 for that suspect. Saturday morning, Manatee County Sheriff's Office deputies located Jose Hernandez and charged him with murder and armed robbery in the shooting death of Alexander Chirp. Alexander Chirp's body was found with gunshot wounds outside of his car earlier this month in a parking lot of the Greenbrook Park. The Gold Star Club of Manatee County is offering a $5,000 reward for key information in this murder. Crime Stoppers is also offering an additional $3,000 reward, and no details at this time if anyone has collected part of that reward for Hernandez's capture. A second suspect in this investigation, Alan Bailey, remains at large. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact the Manatee County Crime Stoppers at that number listed on your screen. Hernandez is scheduled to reappear in court in at least 30 days. On Monday, the U.S. will celebrate President's Day. It is a holiday that originally began as a celebration of George Washington's birthday on February 22nd and has since evolved to include all U.S. presidents. With the national holiday comes a few closures as well around the Sun Coast. In Sarasota County, administrative offices, chemical collection centers, libraries, recreation centers, and Venice City Hall will all be closed for the holiday, while in Manatee County, government offices will be closed along with G.T. Bray Recreation Center. All trash, recycling, and yard waste collections for the week will be postponed one day from Tuesday through Saturday for residents in unincorporated Manatee County. And for a more detailed list of those closures, you can visit our website at mysuncoast.com. Well, it's a beautiful Sunday today. Let's head over to Wendy Ross for a look at our weather tonight. Wendy?
And it was nice and warm. We saw plenty of sunshine around, and even now we're looking at a spectacular evening. Most of the cloudy weather that we experienced early this morning has dissipated, moving down across the state, and a couple of lingering showers still right here across the central parts of the state now have begun to dissipate as well. So we're not looking for any rain tonight. We may get that fog during the early morning time period. That's going to be about it. 74 degrees for us right now, so it continues to be mild, with winds coming in out of the north-northwest at around 9 miles per hour. For the rest of this evening, we're going to be seeing a starry night once again. Temperatures are going to be a little cooler than they were last night, but we are looking at our readings getting down into the 60s under fair skies. We'll let you know how the work week is shaping up to be. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Elsewhere on the Sun Coast, a special day for churchgoers at Our Lady of Angels Catholic Church in Lakewood Ranch.
Are we ready? Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Dozens coming out to sink a shovel into the dirt and kick off the construction of a much larger church for the congregation. The new church is expected to be 20,000 square feet upon completion and able to seat 1,074 parishioners. A chapel is also expected to be part of that construction.
Well, this is a day that we'll recall forever. We've been waiting 18 or 19 years to build a church, and it's finally coming to fruition. And to be able to throw dirt is a wonderful event.
Just want to welcome everybody to the new space because it'll be bigger and ready for them to come.
Construction is set to begin in March on this project and is anticipated to be complete within a year. Currently, Our Lady of Angels serves more than 5,000 individuals and 1,500 families in this growing Lakewood Ranch community. The 34th annual Cortez Fishing Festival was also underway in Bradenton this weekend, bringing back old and new faces to the event with the delicious sounds and smells of seafood and live music. Held next to the Florida Maritime Museum, the event also hosted around 40 artists and dozens of food vendors.
We come here for vacation every year around this area, and so we heard about the Fish Festival about 6 years ago, and we thought, let's check it out. We came here, the music is awesome. I do like the fish sandwiches.
Well, we do too. The festival proceeds will go toward the restoration of 95 acres of land around Bradenton. And elsewhere on the Sun Coast, more celebrations of food, but of a very different variety at the Jewish Food Festival and Flea Market. Here, corned beef, pastrami sandwiches, and several different pastries ruled the menu. The festival also featuring a flea market, book sale, jewelry sale, and outdoor entertainment.
We work about 3 months. We start baking, and we'll bake all the Jewish delicacies, and I kind of line the ladies up and make my recipe and have them roll it out, and we have a wonderful time. We make hamantaschen, rugula, all the traditional Jewish things.
Well, certainly looks like a detailed operation in that kitchen. Today's event was the Jewish Congregation of Venice's 23rd annual festival and, of course, was free to the public. Still to come here on ABC 7, President Trump rallying for support in Florida today after protests continue against his administration's agenda. And some tense moments in one New Jersey neighborhood after a plane crashed down in the middle of the street.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
If you've ever had a bad night's sleep, call and price the new Craftmatic Legacy. It has so much more than other adjustables and still costs up to 50% less. Featuring a rising adjustable pillow rest to support your head, neck, and shoulders, bedside power plugs, under-bed night lights, and more. So call and price one today for less, up to 50% less than Tempur-Pedic, Sleep Number, and other adjustables.
You get so much more and it still costs less. You gotta see how little they cost.
Call 1-800-774-8103. That's 1-800-774-8103. Call now.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because It saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
I won Cash for Life from the Florida Lottery! So I get $1,000 a day every day for the rest of my life. Day 1, bought a pony, we're best buds. Day 7, this is crazy! Another day, another grand. This one's on me. Then Mom said, better save some. And another grand, share the love. I don't even play this thing, but I got a bunch. And another grand, and another grand, another grand, another grand. Let's do it again tomorrow.
With a prize of $1,000 a day for life, the new Cash for Life draw game is your ticket to a grand day every day.
President Trump rallying his supporters this weekend while protesters once again take aim at his policy goals. Today, the president holding meetings at his private Florida resort, but he is facing some pushback from fellow Republican lawmakers. ABC's Mary Bruce has more.
It looked like an election flashback in Florida this weekend.
I want to be among my friends and among the people.
The president appearing to enjoy his time as campaigner-in-chief, rallying 9,000 supporters Saturday. It comes after a rocky week in Washington, where Trump had to fire his national security advisor and deal with calls for an investigation into alleged links between his campaign and Russia. The president insists reports of chaos in the administration aren't true.
The White House is running so smoothly.
President Trump also taking swipes at the press, condemning the news media as the enemy of the American people. But fellow Republicans disagree.
That's how dictators get started. And I'm not saying that President Trump is trying to be a dictator. I'm just saying we need to learn the lessons of history.
The president believes in the First Amendment. He believes in the free press.
Back at Mar-a-Lago, the president is trying to get back to business, meeting with potential replacements for National Security Advisor, and fine-tuning a new so-called travel ban. The current measure restricting immigration from 7 predominantly Muslim countries is stuck in court.
We'll be doing something over the next couple of days. We don't give up. We never give up.
Resistance to the administration's agenda spilling into the streets for a 5th straight weekend. Protesters in cities across the country taking part in what organizers are calling Not My President's Day demonstrations. Mary Bruce, ABC News, West Palm Beach.
Meanwhile, U.S. Vice President Mike Pence has arrived in Brussels, Belgium, as he continues his European tour to meet with world leaders. Pence had dinner with the Belgian Prime Minister earlier, and he also took a somber tour of the former Nazi concentration camp in Dachau, Germany. Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos is now receiving protection from the U.S. Marshals Service. This move comes after an encounter with protesters at a D.C. school, a group preventing DeVos from entering Jefferson Middle School earlier this month. It is not clear whether this new step in protection is a direct response to that incident. It is, however, unusual for the U.S. Marshals Service to protect a cabinet member. They typically receive security protection through their individual agencies. The last cabinet member guarded by marshals was the director of the Office of National Drug Control Policy, and that position stopped being a cabinet level in 2009. Well, some scary moments in one New Jersey community. Around 10 this morning, a small plane crashing in Bayonne just outside Manhattan. The Piper PA-28 flipped upside down, clipped power lines, and plowed into cars. Miraculously, the pilot survived and no one on the ground was injured. One witness says the pilot tried to avoid a nearby gas station. Another describing the sound of the crash similar to a train barreling down the street.
All of a sudden, you hear just mangling of metal, and I didn't even realize my cars got hit. And my main concern was to get over there to see if I could help anybody. That's all.
The pilot was taken to a nearby hospital and remains in stable condition, and there's still no word on what caused this accident. Meanwhile, back here in Florida, officials at SpaceX are breathing a sigh of relief. The company successfully launching a Falcon 9 rocket from the Kennedy Space Center today. SpaceX hasn't seen a launch since another one of its rockets exploded on the launch pad last September. This rocket is carrying a vessel called Dragon that will bring cargo to the International Space Station. When the crew there unloads that cargo, they will fill it with trash and send it back to Earth. The Falcon 9's usual launch pad is still being repaired from that explosion in September. This mission instead using a Launch Complex 39, which was used to launch space shuttles and Apollo moon missions. And while it's been a nice day here in Florida, crews in California today cleaning up from a weekend of storms and in preparation of a second storm to now hit the state Friday night and into Saturday. A powerful Pacific storm hitting the western states, creating widespread flooding and property damage. So far, the storm has been linked to the death of at least 5 people. Floodwaters closing down interstates and causing evacuations in some parts of the state. That storm is expected to hit California around early Tuesday. Well, best of luck to them there. And here, Wendy, we were just talking. We haven't seen rain in a while. We had some yesterday,
but we had some good showers yesterday.
Before that, I mean, we've really gone a long time.
Quiet. In fact, we've even been in a drought situation. We were moving into that drought situation, and yesterday certainly did not alleviate any drought conditions for us, but it was certainly welcome rains. And today we had another beautiful day. And this is a dry time of the year anyway. So we're looking at temperatures, though, that are a lot warmer than they should be for this time of the year. Temperatures, many locations reporting highs in the 80s. And you can see from the map that we saw temperatures mostly in the 70s at the coastline, but you got away from the coast and you did see those warmer readings. 79 degrees for us today. 66 was the overnight low, so that's pretty mild. And tonight it's going to be a little bit cooler with our temperatures expected to get back down into the 50s. 74 for us right now. So tonight we're going to be seeing those clear skies. That's what's taking place right now. We've got the winds coming in out of the north-northwest, and you can see that the rain showers that were around a little bit earlier today, mostly east and mostly inland, and very widely scattered, moving on down across the southern part of the state. They're moving with a frontal system that moved across the state of Florida today. And we're looking at fair skies right now with drier air moving in behind this front and affecting the entire state of Florida. So over the next couple of days, we're likely to see very quiet conditions because we don't have anything other than that dry air sitting on top of us, and we're not expecting to see any rain showers really coming on into the picture until Wednesday. And then on Wednesday we have a 20% chance of rain at this point. So things are going to stay quiet for us as this high pressure system continues to dominate our forecast, and we're going to see this front come all the way down through the state, and it's going to leave us with drier conditions for the most part. But tonight we've got the clear skies taking place, and then there's going to be some patchy fog during the early morning hours. But after that, things are going to clear up, and we've got those warm days ahead. That continues for the next couple of days. And for boaters, winds will be coming in out of the southwest, and then they're going to be moving towards the northwest at around 10 knots. Seas will range anywhere from 1 to 2 feet, and it's going to be 78 degrees for the temperature tomorrow. For tonight, once again, we've got that patchy fog, we've got clear skies, calm winds coming in out of the northwest with a temperature reading of 58 degrees, which is closer to normal. And then tomorrow morning, we've got that patchy fog around as well. It dissipates by about 9 o'clock. We're going to be left with plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will be back up to about 79 degrees. And over the next several days, we're going to keep those temperatures on the warm side all the way through the forecast period. On Monday, it's a holiday. It'll be a beautiful day, plenty of sunshine around. And then on Wednesday, that will be our best chance of rain for this upcoming week. Adam?
Now, sports.
Down in Port Charlotte, the Tampa Bay Rays holding their first full squad practice today, featuring some live batting practice with some new faces on the mound and a clear message from manager Kevin Cash. Cash telling reporters that he was impressed with what he saw from pitchers Austin Pruitt, Jeff Ames, and Hunter Wood, who were all in the minors last season. Cash also gave a quick speech to the team that players described as quick and to the point. Center fielder Kevin Kiermaier also broke character to add a few words about his will to win this year.
Winning is a lot of fun, so let's do that and let's get after it this whole spring training. So once we get to the season, we're not changing anything.
We have to be able to erase 2016 and then move on to 2017, and that's and we got to win more. That's as simple as that. We just have to win more baseball games.
The Rays won just 68 games last year. Longoria says the team needs to focus on cleaning up some of the fundamentals during this spring training. In Sarasota, Orioles catcher Caleb Joseph taking some time today to talk about the value of spring training for catchers, especially getting to know the new pitchers. Joseph and Wellington Castillo, acquired during the offseason from Arizona, are the most likely replacements for Matt Wieters, the Orioles catcher for the last 8 seasons. Orioles pitchers were 19th in the MLB with a team ERA of 4.22 last season.
This is a process. It doesn't happen overnight or even over 1 or 2 bullpen sessions. This happens, for the next 6 weeks.
The Orioles' first spring training home game is February 26 against the Pirates. Well, after a week off, the Tampa Bay Lightning played their second game in just 2 days against Colorado. Tonight, the Lightning are just 5 points away from that last wild card playoff spot with 25 games to go. The Bolts got a 1 point in an overtime loss to Dallas last night. 4 of their last 8 games have gone into extra minutes, and this one starts at 8 p.m. later tonight. Up in Daytona, the Advanced Auto Parts Clash taking place this morning after rain postponed that race last night. The Clash kicks off the season with a 75-lap sprint-style race between the top pole position winners from the previous year. The format encourages aggressive driving, as you can see here. And this year, Team Penske's Joey Logano made a late push for the win. The race previews speed weeks in Daytona before the coveted Daytona 500 kicks off the season, for real next Sunday. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Attention, this is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
Although the financial crisis was some years back, it's still hurting many seniors today. But if you're a homeowner 62 or older, there's a mortgage program that just might make life a little easier. It's technically called a home equity conversion mortgage, but to keep it simple, let's call it a reverse mortgage loan. With the reverse mortgage, you can convert your home equity into cash.
We're not overwhelmed with paying the bills anymore.
And at the same time, eliminate your monthly mortgage payments.
We've got money in the bank
You never give up ownership.
and smiles on our faces.
For your free information kit, call now. You'll have to pay your property taxes and insurance and keep up with maintenance, but you won't make mortgage payments. You'll receive money. For your free information kit, call now.
Call 1-800-634-1517 for more information. That's 1-800-634-1517.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct prices.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Port Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Well, thank you for bringing a friend. Golden Girls fans now have the perfect place to gather and get a good meal. A cafe celebrating the popular TV series Rue La Rue Cafe is now open in New York City. The cafe is decorated with photos, memorabilia, and wardrobe accessories from the actress's estate.
I have a lifetime of Rue's recipes, but she would always mark who she got them from. So we've got B. Arthur's pasta salad, Betty White angel food cake, Estelle Getty's chocolate chip cookies, Adrienne Barbeau's dip. Like all of these people she worked with over the years, we have recipes for, and so we're going to be running them as specials all the time.
La Rue also manages McClanahan's estate, which includes 220 Golden Girls pieces. He plans to rotate them throughout the cafe and then to be shared with the public.
Oh my gosh.
Not a lot of wall space in there.
Popular show, so that's going to be a popular restaurant, you bet.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
There you go. Hopefully they have good food. That's the point.
Car experts and customers agree. There's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru True Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.